If you're moving to coastal North Carolina like I did, here's my advice. Do not start with a plane ticket. Start with clarity, because a lot of people do buy a home on their first visit here. Now, this happens all the time, especially when you're selling a home at the same time, because timing is so huge during this process. But the people who make that trip work usually show up with a real plan, and that plan starts before they ever get here. The first thing you need to do is narrow your search down to 3 areas, 3, not 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not because there are only 3 good options, there are plenty of great places here. But if you try to look at too much too fast, everything starts blending together. One neighborhood starts feeling like the next, one house starts sounding like the next, and now instead of feeling clear, you'll feel pulled in too many directions. 3 areas gives you enough contrast to compare and enough focus to actually make a decision. And those 3 areas need to be picked based on how you want to live your life, not just what looks good online. And that's going to be the real conversation. Do you want more space, a little more breathing room? Do you want to be closer to Wilmington because you like convenience and a lot of activity? Do you want more of a beach feel in your everyday life, even if that comes with a few more trade-offs? Now, that is the stuff that matters the most, because when people say we want to be near the beach, that can mean a lot of different things. So some people mean, they want the island life. Some people mean they want beach access, and those are 2 different lifestyles, different routines, different decisions. So before you book the trip, I want that part handled first, and we could do that together. Know your top 3 areas, not your top 10, just your top 3. The second thing is your real numbers, not the number that sounds good for 5 minutes, not the number that works only if every piece lines up perfectly. It's got to be your real comfort zone. What monthly payment feels good to you? How much cash do you really want to use? What kind of home are you open to? Do you want something turnkey? Are you okay with a little work if the location is dynamite? How do insurance, taxes, HOA dues, if there are any at all, and the rest of the monthly picture fit into your comfort zone? Because once you know your real numbers, the trip gets a lot better. Now you're not looking at homes that are just exciting in the moment. You're looking at homes that actually fit your life, that changes everything. That third thing is the purpose of the trip. And this is where a lot of people get sharper. Do not make the trip a goal to see houses, and that's too broad. The goal is to confirm the right area and be ready if that right home shows up. And that's going to be your real mission. Because when the area feels right, the home search gets cleaner immediately. The listings start making more sense. The trade-offs feel easier to read. Your instincts get stronger. Now you're not reacting to everything. Now you're recognizing fit. And that is how people put themselves in a great position to buy on that first visit. Not because they got lucky, but because they got clear. The fourth thing is how you use the trip once you get here. And do not make it all about the houses. Make it about your daily life. This is the biggest difference between a trip that feels exciting for a weekend and a trip that actually helps you make a smart decision. Drive the normal route. Let's go to the grocery store, cross the bridges, go grab coffee where you'd actually go. See how long it takes to get where you'd really need to go. Feel what a normal Tuesday feels like, because you're not just buying a house, you're choosing your daily life routine. And routine tells the truth real fast. A house can be beautiful, a street can photograph well, an area can look amazing online. But what matters is how your life fits there. Does it feel practical? Does it feel like your speed? Does it feel like the kind of place that you'd enjoy once this stops feeling like a trip and starts feeling like your actual life? And that is going to be your question. And if you're also selling in another state, this gets even more important, because now timing matters more. So the clearer you are before the trip, the easier it is to make a strong decision while you're here. And that is why I always come back to the same simple formula. Before you book the trip, pick your top 3 areas, know your real comfort financial zone, know the mission of the trip, and build the trip around daily life, not just listings. Do those 4 things, and now your first visit has a real purpose. And now you're not just coming here hoping something clicks. Now you're coming here ready to learn fast, decide smart, and move when the right opportunity shows up. And I say that as somebody who made this move myself. I understand what it feels like to try to line up the area, the house, the numbers, and the lifestyle all at the same time. And that is exactly why I'm big on clarity first, because when you get clear first, the whole process gets better. So if you're thinking about moving to coastal North Carolina like I did and want help figuring out which areas actually fit your life before you book the trip, follow along. That's exactly what I help people do. You tell me what you're comfortable with. You know, all those different questions, give me the answers. I'll find the houses for you. You know, I know exactly where to look in the right spots for everybody. I want you to check out my channel, check out some of my other videos. Call me anytime. All my contact information is in the video description. I'm here to help you. I made the same move, so I understand what's going on in your head right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.